Hello everyone, this is Mayank and welcome back to my channel. So today in this video we'll discuss about one particular IT sector company. It's a product based company. I have discussed this stock couple of times on the channel also. This was a multi-bagger stock last year, gave exceptional return to its investors. From the beginning of this year, the stock started coming down, and we have seen recently last couple of sessions this stock has done more than 20% down. One lower circuit was also hit around 20%. So we'll discuss about the stock. We'll discuss in detail what's happening there. See, fundamental as the stock has already been done. Nothing has changed much. You can go back to watch that video again to understand the product, the company, everything. But in this video, we'll discuss about only the fundamentals, happenings behind the company, why the stock price went down, and what's there in the future. The context of the video is because someone commented on the previous videos that what should they do? They should sell it or they should hold it. And for that context only, I'm creating this video. Give a disclaimer, I hold this stock from that time itself. I'm bought also in the previous dip, and probably I'll buy more in the coming days. And last session the stock rallied by around 9%, right? So I've given you all this context. Now if you would have guessed the name by now of this stock, please let me know in the comment section so that I think I can get that you also follow this particular stock. And if not, I'll reveal the name right now. So this stock is Tanla Platforms. So Tanla Platforms is, I've discussed before, is IT sector product based company. It's basically a communication platform as a service. It's a CPaaS company, and it is one of the world's largest CPaaS company. It processes more than 800 billion interactions annually and about 70% of India's A2P SMS traffic. Now, all these details, what is A2P, what is CPaaS, what are the different products of it, wisely, what is Turblock. So all those things I've discussed in the previous videos. I'll not drag it again here to make this video longer. We'll skip that part. We'll jump back to the detailed analysis. Now let's go open quarterly results. Now, before quarterly, let me give you this number. So this stock was trading around 1400 rupees in June. It came to near 600 rupees. So it's less, more than 50% drop. Before this, if you see start of the year, when the year started, the stock was almost more than 2000 rupees, almost 2061. From there, if you see 600 rupees, then it's almost one third. So that's a tremendous, huge amount of drop. Now let's see from this quarter what happened, like January to August or July end, what has happened that stock has moved so bad, or let's see if it's justified or not. So basically in January, if you see September, October, November quarter, right? It's April, May, June one quarter, July, August, September one quarter, October, November, December one quarter, right? So December results might have come out. So we'll see from this result. So sales of December were higher than September. Even their profit was also higher. Then coming back to March 2022, their results are sales are not bad, but their margin got contracted, profiting got contracted, and but their operating profit margin is okay. It's less than your previous quarter, but it's a good amount of profit, right? And in June quarter, the sales reduced from previous, but it's not a huge reduction. So 885 to 853, 853 to 800. So this is not a very tremendous or say drastic reduction in sales, but profit also going down. So this is a reason why this stock is taking beaten. But this kind of small changes should not affect a stock of this quality where the ROC and ROE is almost 58 and 48%. So with this kind of ROC and ROE, a debt-free company should not go through this kind of beating. First, it's wrong. Why it went through a beating? Because of a lot of external factors. What are the external factors? IT stock throughout international. You say Indian IT stocks, Amazon, Apple, Netflix. Every IT or tech stock are getting beaten down, and this has reflected quite badly on this kind of fundamentally strong tech-based companies or Indian tech companies. This is everywhere. If you see TCS, you see Infosys, tech stocks got beaten down properly. Now, with the context of this stock, what I'm saying, the results are not as bad as you see the changes in price. So this doesn't justify. The correlation itself is not there. In terms of yearly, they have done 2341 crores in the previous March 2021. By March 2022, they have done 3206. Trailing 12 months, they have done 3380. So in terms of revenue, if you see, revenue was they are not doing bad. In terms of profit, from 435 to 700, and then 696. Only 4 crore difference in terms of profit of your said trailing 12 months. Now, if you see these things, again, I'm saying this doesn't reflect the kind of change what you've seen in the stock market. So these are not in relation. So the impact of fall is more towards the reason why the stock market of entire tech stock are falling throughout, like inflation, and then expectation of the margin will go down, then your dollar the interest rate hike. So all those things together are pushing the stock prices down. And in this particular entire whirlpool, you will see good stocks are also getting beaten down. And Tanla platform is one such stock which has, I'm not saying it should not go down, it should have gone down, but not this much. The amount of loss of value what you see in the stock price, because nothing bad is happening as such from the company side. So these are from the numbers point of view. Reserves have also been increasing 681, 880, 1340. I'm showing these numbers because you understand that from a stock point of view, nothing bad is happening. Like from the company point of view, nothing bad is happening. From the stock point of view, prices are going down, and this is not only stock effect, this is macroeconomics effect. So try to understand that part. Don't sell or buy any stock just because others are selling. So understand this part. More numbers, what we can see right now, if you go down further in terms of shareholding pattern. Why it is important? Because see, promoters are not selling. If everybody is selling, sorry, FIIs are not selling, promoters are not selling anyway. FIIs are not selling. You have seen a lot of people are saying FIIs are leaving the market, and true, they have sold a lot, but none of the FIIs have sold any stock from Tanla platform. That means they have the confidence in the market. DIs also, if you see, they were increased here in June 2022 quarter, they reduced little bit, but that's been consumed by the public. So there is not much change in the holding pattern. So small amount of share went from one party to other party, and that is consumed by some public and retail investors. So nothing bad is happening from a stock point of view. So to answer the people who question that should we sell or hold this stock, now I will not recommend you to take my suggestion, or I will not suggest you also do something. I'm telling what I am doing right now. So I have this stock. I bought it at around 800 something. So basically you'll see I'm in loss right now, but still this, when it was 2000, then also I didn't sell. It is now less. So I bought last time when it fall by lower circuit, and I'm going to buy again if it falls, or I'll buy at certain point in time whenever I feel that I can buy at that price range, right? So I am not going to sell or not going to even think of selling this stock. So this is my again personal. You can take your own decision. Now let's analyze the con call letter and give out more reasoning about what's the future prospect of the company and why the management says why this reduction of operating profit margin happened. So if you see now, operating profit margin in the previous quarter reduced from 22 to 16%, around 6% or 4.5%. They are saying this is the reduction of operating profit margin. So why that happened? Because of which the stock has reached lower circuit on that particular day of the result announcement. Now this is not justified. Why? I'll tell you here. So we'll go through this particular document and we'll see one by one. I've highlighted few parts. Entire details of the document you can go yourself and read everything. But this is, I'll discuss on the points which I highlighted for you. Now you see, the management is saying we delivered 28% revenue growth in a seasonally weak quarter. So first quarter of financial year is always called seasonally weak quarter, because management has to renew some contracts or decide whether they want to extend that contract or whether they want to find a new vendor for the contract. So normally decisions are not taken in this quarter from the IT sector. So this quarter normally calls a weak quarter. So they had delivered 28% revenue growth. Why they have done little less in the revenue, and some challenges were there. They had some carriage platform which has, as per them, had reached its limit or threshold of giving the volumes. So now they have to move carriage platform, or they have to upgrade the carriage platform, because of which they invested some 15-20 crores of rupees. So out of all this like carriage platform upgrade and the money they invested, this has resulted in impact of OPM by 1%. So out of 4.5%, 1% goes for carriage. This is the first reason. So we'll scroll down further and see the other things. So here if you see I told you 1%, then second aspect was unfavorable exchange movement between euro and dollar. So you have seen this euro and dollar, it happened after 10 or 20 years that euro became less than dollar. Okay, so this is a not a day-to-day event, because of which they lost one more percent OPM. So around 2% went here. Then they have more impact on the OPM. One particular reason is one of their important clients, like top 5 clients, decided to go with some other vendor. Now, when I say decided to go with some other vendor, doesn't mean they're leaving Tanla platforms altogether. It's just that it's a multi-vendor approach. So more volume is given to that particular vendor than Tanla, which was there to Tanla before this other vendor came up. Now, as per their statement, the other vendor, whoever that is, they didn't name it, but it's some telco company with a lot of cloud, security, other businesses. So this particular telco company has given such a low quote that Tanla management decided that okay, we cannot give in that quote. If that's the decision of the management, they can go ahead with a new vendor. And Tanla is there, but they have reduced working of that kind of volumes. So basically, tanla businesses went to that company, you can say overall. So this also impacted their revenue by around 2 to 3%. So overall, around 4 to 4 or 4.5 to 5% revenue is impacted because of these three things. One is euro and dollar movement. Second, their Carix platform upgrade and money is spent on that. Third is your this major client of theirs is moving to other vendors, or the major volume of their client is moving to other vendors. So these are the few reasons why this contraction happened. Now this is one of event. Dollar and euro will not remain like this forever. Carix platform now got upgraded. There's no more investment required. So that 1% will be dealt with. This 1% also might be dealt with. About the new customer, they are saying that they have signed some other contract with that existing vendor, not the same, but some other contract. By virtue of it, this money what they lost in previous quarter, that will eventually be recuperated, right? So Angel will get that money. So out of 4.5%, 5%, they are saying almost everything can be taken back. Like they'll reach the same amount of revenue. The only situation that can happen is the external factors like euro and dollar movement that might not happen. Dollar can keep rising because of a lot of other factors, inflation, interest rate, Russia, Ukraine war. So many things are there. We cannot discuss in this video, but because of that, this might that 1% impact might also continue for next few quarters, which nobody can do about it. But overall, if you see net, they are not doing bad in terms of regular impact on the revenue. This is what this entire discussion is all about. They are saying their platform business grew 23% year on year and operated 95% gross margin. So 95% gross margin, understand they are spending only 5% in terms of gross. Now gross and net margin are different. Gross margin is that when you implement a platform, you pay for the server cost basically, and remaining is the revenue. So suppose you take 100 rupees from the client, 5 rupees you spend on the servers, 95% is the gross margin. Net margin will be a different story altogether. HR cost, employee cost, and a lot of other taxes, a lot of other things come into picture. So you get net margin is different, not 95%, but this is only gross margin. So gross margin is very high. Give a context of it, their gross margin, net margin is somewhere around 60%, which is highest, probably the highest in terms of their competitors or any SaaS business throughout. That point also will come in the future. We'll talk about that also briefly. Now they're saying they have launched Truecaller towards the end of financial year 23 quarter one, and by the end of quarter two financial year 23, this particular Truecaller integration will start working. So they'll get more impact and more volume will start in the case of quarter two. So we'll see that result, that output of that integration or that deployment in the quarter two. Now going further down the line, so this is one important part. So they have seen one of a large, I told you, one of the large customers were getting significant volumes. They have been pricing been quoted much lower, which didn't make sense to them to those prices, and they decided to scale down the volumes. This we discussed already. So this is a major impact which I told you. And if you see further down the line, these all things are important. I can read through, but these are the few things which you should know. Now somebody told them that this NASCOM is proposing RBI that instead of SMS being mandatory mode of your OTP authentication or messaging, they can put in-app notification. And somebody asked that, okay, in-app notification cost only $0.01, whereas SMS costs 0.1 to 12 rupees depending on which country you operate or which kind of messages you are sending. So somebody told them why do you think that if government RBI gives the approval of in-app notification, your business will get hampered because Tanla platform works on the messaging side. But they also work on WhatsApp integration, but their major revenue comes from messaging side. So the answer to that, I'll tell you what management answered. But before that, I'll ask you the question: what do you think if messaging has been stopped? Like if government says, okay, message is not required, can we do all the transactions, all the functions like getting OTP, getting updates, everything through our in-app notification, or do we need SMS to that in the future also? My answer to that is we definitely need SMS. In-app notification doesn't serve all the purposes. There are a lot of use cases, but we can think that in-app notification is not fulfilling all the requirements. We definitely need SMS and it has to be there throughout the time. There are a lot of reasons. I probably will not drag this video for that, but you can leave me your comment section if you have any thought behind it, like why SMS should there or why in-app notification should be enough for all our needs. So you can give your comments on that. Going further, if you see, we'll talk about some more discussions on this particular con call. So here is one important factor. So somebody referred in the call that SDFC Securities are given a total addressable market, the TAM for Wisely product. The product details you can watch the other video. Around 1 to 2 billion rupees, roughly 100 to 200 crores. So Mr. Uday Kumar Reddy justify that or give correction to that, that this is not a TAM, which is called total addressable market for Wisely, but this is total addressable market for the entire CPaaS. So entire CPaaS TAM is 10,000 crore in India, only in India. And so they are saying if the CPaaS is 10,000 crore and Wisely is a product completely for CPaaS, then 10,000 crore itself becomes time for Wisely. And now they are saying we are doing only 200 crores. So if you see, we're doing only 200 crores and 10,000 crores is the limit, is the overall market size. How much space is there to grow? This is what management is saying. Okay. Now they are saying that this we discussed, then 15 crore rupees they invested in Kayak platform upgrade, which is again a one-time event. Right. So this is something which I discussed already. Now we'll come to the total addressable market. So what they are saying that 100 to 200 crore profit they can generate from Wisely itself because it's such a huge volume. Why they are saying that, we'll see now. Just give me a moment to just scroll down to that particular part. So they are saying here, see. So in terms of the revenue potential, what we are assessing is that it can touch another 100 to 200 crores in terms of only Wisely. This is not in terms of anything else. You can read over here. It's only for Wisely platform. They can reach up to this much of revenue. So that's the potential of Wisely. And this is, say, platform businesses work in a very different way. Any product work in a very different way. You invest crores on that product, and then that product might fail altogether, or you invest crores on that product, and slowly over the period of time this product start giving you back all the money, and after it gives you the cost, after that it becomes a cash cow. Is some which works something like that. So if you see a YouTube video also, the people who are vlogging about, see, stock channels are not cash cows if you see, because if I talk about Tanla platforms right now, 1 year down the line somebody want to watch Tanla platform video, they'll not watch my video because the context, the situation, the market price, everything would have changed. They'll not come back and watch this. But if somebody create a travel blog and they want to know about 5 places to visit in Goa, Kodaikanal or Manali, then 2 years before what video made, that also may get a lot of hits because Manali, things in Manali won't change, things in Goa won't change, things in Kodaikanal won't change. So that becomes cash cow. So these kind of platforms works in similar fashion. You build once, after that it might not make sense for 1 year or 2 year also. You take that time to even recover your invested money. But after that becomes a cash cow for you because you don't do anything. It's just a platform. People use it and pay for it. So that's how platforms and SaaS products works. For this kind of companies, they say 18 months around they need to even start reaping the benefit of the products, and after that it grows very fast. This is what told by the management of Tanla platforms. Same thing they observed for Turblock, and they are saying same thing will happen for the Wisely platform also. Turblock itself is world's one of the largest platform of its kind, and Wisely is also going to become one of the largest platform of its kind in the future. So they have two global products what can work in their favor. So now if you see this, I told you why it is so important. So they are saying around $45 billion messages are sent per year in India. So it's transaction, sorry, it's per month. The transaction of SMS per month is $45 billion, and that's a addressable market for Wisely. As of now, they are doing only around 2 billion, so around 22 times growth is possible. Now, I'm not saying Tanla platform is the only company which operate in this segment. Others can also take, some telcos also are there. So eventually, if they also take 1/3 of the market, then also they have option to grow more than 10 times. So this is the growth potential what they have, and what this management is saying that Wisely has not even scratched the surface. There's a lot of potential left. So this is one thing. All these numbers, EBITDA and all those things we discussed in detail. Like I have told all these things what are written here. You can go through and read it again if you want to understand more. Now this is very important. So somebody asked them that, see, Wisely is good. They are saying Wisely has got partnered with Vodafone. They told Wisely partnered with Truecaller, and Wisely is partnered with Core AI also. We'll see this Core AI as well. The first one I told showed you is Core AI, right? We'll talk about Core AI. But they are saying why? How do you penetrate into the international markets? What is your selling point? Is it that we are giving Tanla platforms Wisely as a very low cost product, or it's a very technologically advanced product? So what's the selling point? So they're saying value proposition is around the features of Wisely. It is not around that it would be cheaper, because Wisely works on the telco platform. So whatever telcos charge for the SMS sending and receiving, that the company has to pay. That Wisely cannot reduce because Wisely is operating on top of the telco platform. It's not a telco platform. So the cost remains same. What they're in different markets, but not that per se is not a differentiation. The price is not a differentiation. What they are different is in terms of the product itself. What is Wisely? Wisely is single platform for digital interaction, one-stop shop for any customers with trust with blockchain, with all those capabilities built in the product. Details and all I told you can read on the platform, on the website also. You can go ahead my blog, search for tanla platforms, you'll get that video also. If somebody is interested, I'm not sure if we have that kind of subscriber base. If anybody is interested to create a video on how this cpas platform operates from engineering perspective, now like I cannot draw the entire diagram and show you because I don't work in this sector, but somehow I understand how this entire SaaS business works, how this entire configurations are designed and everything. So if somebody is interested in engineering part of it, you can let me know. I'll see if that much requirement is there, that much interested people are there. You can create a video on the engineering side of it. When I say engineering, don't think that I'll teach you how to build a SaaS product, not on that side, but how these things operate. Going down, a couple of more questions need to be answered is this. Now they're saying they have three, I told you three businesses, right? First is VIL, second is Truecaller. Truecaller, this is a large company in Stockholm, we all know. They have more than 300 million users. That is a huge customer base, and now they are exclusively available on Wisely. So it's not like they are other platform also, so they are exclusive to Wisely. Second is they have Core AI. So Core AI I showed in the beginning of the video. It's a very big platform. Okay, you can go through, or I was going through this for the research part of the video. You can go through Core AI. It's a very good platform, you say. Now if you go back to document, so Core AI, they have deployed couple of large deployments on the planet. So largest deployment on the planet, like the biggest they ever done. And if they can, like, this is a public domain information, but they have tied up with the biggest bank in the world, including Citibank. So if you see here, I just scroll down to show what they're talking about. So if you see their customers, they have more than 200 plans plus out of Fortune 2000 companies. Top four banks of the world are there. Top three healthcare companies are the customers. There are more than 100 million plus enterprise consumers, more than 1 million plus employees use Core AI, 15 to 75% automated rates, $1 billion plus cost reduction they have done in last 5 to 7 years. Now they have tied up. So basically, Tanla platforms are tied up with a company which is this big in size. If you see their customers, just for example, they have GoDaddy is a customer, Manpower Group is a customer, Post Finance is a customer. You might not heard about Post Finance. Then Roche is a very good customer. Then they have Coca-Cola. Then they have other big names also, which are their customers. So they have huge customer base. So tying up with that size of platform itself is a selling point for a company with the size of Tanla. It's a Vanguard, Yahoo, ABN Web, Airbus, all big companies are their customers. So overall, if you would have understood by now, from the company's growth side, they're not going anywhere. They are doing business as usual. This one-off impacts always comes to businesses in any form of business. If you see the, if I talk about giving example of Asian Paints or HUL, because of inflation nature in the case of raw materials products, their losses might be in one quarter. In one quarter, it might not be that profitable, but that doesn't make HUL or Asian Paints a bad company. Similarly, Tanla platform is not a bad company. They are doing very good in terms of business. They are growing company, and I can tell you from my experience, I might be wrong here. You can correct me if I am wrong anywhere. But communication platform as a service company will grow at least for a decade for sure in throughout globally. Maybe after a decade, things will change. Some Google Glass might come again in the market, and things like that might change, or robotic things will change. Then it might be not as fast growing as it is now, but for the time being, CPaaS will grow very fast because of internet penetration increment throughout the globe. If you talk about only India, internet penetration is growing very fast, and this leads to this channels, communication platform as service companies grow very fast. One more company is there, Root Mobile. I discussed in the past also. Maybe in the next week I'll discuss about Root Mobile, because this company also fell a lot, and now it this will definitely grow. So Tanla and Root Mobile will definitely grow. There is no doubt about it. In terms of stock price also, they might grow, but I'm saying there's also a lot of risk involved in these companies also. A lot of risk is because competition. So these are a platform business. Anybody, if I create a platform like Tenla, we're just saying that if I can create. So if I can create a platform like Tenla, or any company create a platform like Tenla, and they have a lot of money in the bank, so they can sell the same platform subscription fee in a very low kind of budget, right, or low cost. So they can take the losses. If that kind of thing happen, then these companies might get beaten up because of this competition. So that threat is always there. But so if you buy this stock, if you decide to invest in this stock, do that. I'll not stop you or say no, don't do that, because this is a very competition vulnerable stock. But Whenever the quarter results comes out, yearly results comes out, go through the document, understand if their direction is right or wrong, whatever they're saying last quarter, they're doing that or not. If not, what's the reason behind it? If yes, how much they have walked the talk. Then you can keep invested, or can increase your investment, or if not, you can pull your money out of these stocks. But as a stock or as a platform, this company will do good. So you can always rely on the company, and then you can take a decision whether you want to invest or you want to focus on other companies in the stock market. There are a lot of other companies also you can go ahead and invest. From technical point of view, and from the business side of view, Tanla platform doesn't have any issue, and it's a clean company as of now. So this was the video. Let me know in the comment section if you find it helpful. Share with your friends, family, like the video, subscribe the channel if you're new to the channel. Thanks so much for watching. Stay happy, stay safe.